Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Not the best viewpoint, but can work with it.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Alright.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
No, I don't. Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nope.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
I just want to point out, my hoodie's better than Shepard's hoodie. Anti-chakwas.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
I think that, Shepard needs to be careful with what she says, but sometimes her shock's gonna get the better of her.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Ooh, that hurts, actually. Because Shepard's not sure herself if her dealings with Cerberus are gonna be ethical. Oh! Let's change the topic on that one!
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
I agree. Life planetside is too static and boring. I need to get back out into spaceships.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
No regrets. I love Chakwas.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
All right. Yay, Chakwas! All right. Yeah, Chakras say that kind of hurt. I trust you, Commander. And Shepard's just like, because at the moment, Shepard's not sure how far she's willing to go to take down Cerberus. She's not sure if her dealings will be ethical. She hopes they will. I have a cat licking my foot. Why is there a cat licking my foot?
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
There's nothing down there yet. Let's go down. Let's just go. Just the underworkings. Nothing to see here.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
Gotcha.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. They'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance.
She flew in the first wave at the
Yeah.
Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Alright, so a good mix of Cerberus loyalists and people who are more here for the mission.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Alright. Nice.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
I love those two.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Very pretty. Alright, I think that's everyone. I think it's time to go to the Citadel and figure out why we're here handling this stuff and not the Council. Information Center. Alright. So, let's go to the Citadel. Yeah, you can go to the Citadel as early as you like. You can do anything before you go to Omega. You can go get the other two people in the other two places before you even go to Omega. So pretty. So pretty. I agree. The HD graphics are wonderful. I guess we'll take the only two people we can. I'll use this when we go into combat, but not when we're just, you know, hanging out. Ooh, I have 2 points to spend. I don't know what to spend it on. I could save it for now, I guess. I really need to build these two up. I also need some incinerate, though. Alright, let's do an incinerate. And we'll save the other point.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
Demon, to answer your question, give me a second, I'll answer your question.
Got problems with collectors? Try Kasumi's credit services.
Oh, that is so cute.
Just enter your password for a fabulous prize package worth millions of credits.
No, I didn't, Eldridge. I only got 4 levels, not 5.
Okay, really? How many times can you walk by without stopping?
Okay.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
What deal?
I assume this deal is something I should know about.
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. Took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Alright.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware.
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
Y'all.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
Ah, she looks so good.
We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Alright. To answer your question, is Cerberus a known terrorist organization? No, not publicly. They're not known as a terrorist organization. Well, yes and no, actually. Like, the Council thinks they are. The Alliance military thinks they are. But Earth private sector, and probably many of the space private sector, see them as not terrorists, but like a fringe group, right? So they very well could be allowed on the Citadel and not be accosted too much.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
The nice part about that is that's exactly how a military officer would speak. Oh, man.
Can I help you, ma'am?
It's been a couple years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
You'd think a Geth would stand out.
Assumptions are dangerous. Be alert, be safe.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
I'm going to pull over Kasumi, request a new squad member. Let's take you and you. Very nice. Kasumi! Hi! One of my favorite characters in this game.
Figured they say something about our weapons.
Aww.
Shut it down. What? Do you seriously think? Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're dead.
I was only mostly dead. Try finding that option on government paperwork.
We need to get that cleared up for you. Why don't you talk to my captain? He's just beyond the scanners on the right.
Sometimes Kasumi will be like, I didn't touch anything, I swear. You know what? I thought about it too, Eldridge, but the shades of purple just aren't that pretty in this game. Like for her armor, they're just not. They're
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not
Matt,
going to tell
I
you
guess.
everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
Hi, Colonel Ty.
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
You're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
I think Shepard would pick this because she's not planning on sticking around for very long. I know, very morbid, but it is it.
You don't change it. Anonymity's useful on my current mission.
Sure, you're a goddamn hero. It's not like we have to worry about you smuggling guns in or something. I just put a block in the system. Officially, you still don't exist. And you won't get hassled by the security checkpoints. You should head up to the Presidium, though. The Council would probably like to know that one of their lost specters is still kicking.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up. Of course, they fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Oh, we already asked that.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other four are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
That seems fair.
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't a Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the council's rulebook.
Yep, Shepard can agree with that. Absolutely, she can.
Last time I was here,
They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we...
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Wait.
Yes?
Yeah, this one.
How'd you end up working on the Citadel?
I started with the Alliance way back when, but the traveling was killing me. It's a shitty life if you're trying to raise a family, seeing your kids every 6 months. I joined CSEC so I could stay in one place and put down roots.
You like life here on the Citadel?
Life here is good. Hell of a lot different than life back on Earth. I miss the food mostly. You just can't get sockeye salmon here on the station.
You ever get back there?
Earth, every couple of years, less and less all the time. But when I finish my stint with CSEC, there's a nice little place in the foothills I'm gonna retire to. Not that I'm retiring anytime soon.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Alright, fair enough.
Welcome back, Shepard. It has been 2 years, 3 months, and 17 days since the Citadel last welcomed you. This is the Zakera Ward Transportation Hub. Public shuttles and shopping are available through the CSEC security cordon.
There seem to be a lot more CSEC officers than the last time I was here.
In the wake of the Geth attack 2 years ago, additional security precautions were implemented for the safety and security of residents. In addition to increased CSEC patrols, weapon carry restrictions have been tightened.
Ooh, I like that.
So has crime decreased?
Violent crime has decreased by 23%. Property crime has decreased by 41%. Incident clearance has improved by 16%.
That's actually decent numbers.
Looks like this place has recovered from Sovereign's attack.
Repair of the damage from the Geth attack is ongoing. There is still extensive damage on Tasery Ward.
Geth? It was Sovereign who led the attack. A Reaper.
I have no information on a Reaper. References to the term exist in some parahistorical theories on galactic extinction cycles.
Liars. I guess blaming the Geth for everything is easier than trying to explain the Reapers.
I mean, publicly, sure.
What stores are available on this level?
Only one store exists on this level. Citadel Souvenirs offers licensed mementos of your visit. Their line of starship models is well regarded.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Let's go here first. Let's do our shopping first and some exploration.
Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Citadel.
I'd like to buy something.
My apologies. I do not make sales. I'm here to answer questions and process returns and exchanges. To make a purchase, browse our electronic catalog over there.
These stores are owned by the Citadel, right?
That's correct. Citadel Souvenirs outlets are owned by the council government. The profits generated by sales are used to maintain the station. We offer an assortment of decorations suitable for display in your personal quarters.
Yes, please. I'd like cheap. I like cheap.
Since these stores are owned by the council, do government employees get a discount?
Yes, in fact. What's your position?
I'm a former Spectre.
My goodness. I didn't know Spectres quit. I don't believe you qualify for a discount, though.
How about if I throw in an endorsement from the woman who defeated Saren?
You are Shepard? My goodness. The increase in sales would certainly be worth offering a discount.
What do you need me to do?
Hang on a second.
Just voice your endorsement. Excellent. Welcome back.
Hang on.
I'm just browsing.
Of course.
I want to redo this. Yeah, we'll restart here. I've never tried this. I wonder if things are different if I go talk to the council first. So we're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna skip through a bunch of stuff. Don't worry. I'm gonna do the incinerate, undo,
Commander Shepard,
We'll go through everything again.
good to finally meet
Good to
you.
have you along, Cassandra.
I travel light. I've already slipped my things aboard your ship. I'm really glad you're helping me out with the heist. Can't wait to see how you look in formal wear.
I have a feeling you know something I don't.
They didn't tell you? They call me secretive. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box.
So,
A man
investigate.
named
We'll just do this
No,
just in case I
I've
need
taken the liberty
to.
of getting you some
What do you know about
I
His
need
mansion's
to,
famous for
but-
being hard to.
I doubt
I
not.
always expect trouble. That's why
I assume a gray
this
box.
one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda.
Tell me about this.
That information.
If that's what's
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky,
All right.
you won't even have to draw your gun.
Don't take me off the dead
We should
list. You're an
probably wrap
endorsement
this
for
up.
Commander Shepard.
You look pretty silly standing there talking to an
Yep.
advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
What? They got the endorsement before she died. It's legit. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
What?
Can I help you, ma'am?
It's been a couple years since
A few minor
think again.
assumptions are dangerous.
All right.
Next.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Let's get Kasumi.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug.
Request squad member. Let's try Miranda this time and Kasumi. No, I want Kasumi on the other end. There we go. Let's see if it does it this time. Alright.
Obviously, security
Ugh.
has tightened since you were last here.
No!
Shut it. What?
Why can't it be
Sir,
Kasumi?
our scanners are picking up false readings. Why don't you talk to my captain? He's just beyond the scanners on the right.
You'll have to make him...
Yeah, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard.
You don't change it. And
Sure, you're a god. You should head up to the Presidium, though. The Council would probably...
I will.
Anyway, something else you need?
Let's ask
How'd
all
you
the
end up-
questions.
I joined CSEC.
You like life here on this?
I miss the food, mostly.
You ever get back there?
Not that I'm retiring anytime soon.
It looks like most of the time.
Tasery Ward got the worst.
I need to talk
Head through the security check. We've got a few Krogan walking around. and
Suspects.
Sometimes you have to work outside.
And humans. and
Last time I was
They
here,
stopped turning their
I
noses
should be
up.
going.
Alright.
You need anything else, let me know.
We don't need to talk to Ravina. That's not going to make a difference. Let's just go to talk to Anderson.
Shepard, are you looking to continue your education? It's
No.
one thing to know how to shoot a gun, but do you have the career skills to deploy and manage today's high-tech network infrastructures?
Sure.
The Henley Technical Institute can help.
No, that's fine. I'm
Courses
good. I don't
available
need
through
that.
our extranet site will put you on the path to success.
No, I already know how to do
Visit
it.
our site now at keywords Henley Technical Education.
First of all, you need to know what kind of business it is. Get them a firewall. I suggest Meraki, because that's my favorite. Find out if they're, say, a restaurant, and make sure you take that firewall, configure it to have multiple different VLANs, one for your office, one for your guest, one for your point of sales. Make sure you have firewall rules so they don't talk to each other. Throw in a few WAPs for good measure, and make sure everything's wired that you can wire. And then, boom, high-tech network infrastructure. See?
Damn Turians.
Where's the fast travel? Oh, there it is. Presidium. Don't need their education. I already know how to set up a network. I do it every day.
This meeting would be more productive if Udina was to join us.
My advisor is unavailable. As counselor, I represent the voice of humanity and the Alliance. Shepard will be here and... Oh, Commander. We were just talking about you.
Where are you?
It's been a long time, Anderson. I hope the last couple years have treated you right.
There have been some rough spots. It's good to have you back.
We've heard many rumors surrounding your unexpected return. Some of them are unsettling.
We called this meeting so you could explain your actions, Shepard. We owe you that much. After all, you saved our lives in the battle against Saren and his Geth.
Saren wasn't the one commanding the Geth. It was the Reaper, Sovereign.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. But without evidence from another source, the others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
Saren was an organic. The Geth would never accept him as their leader. They only followed him because he was Sovereign's agent.
Saren was a compelling and charismatic individual. He convinced the Geth the Reapers were real, just as he convinced you.
It was part of his plan to attack the Citadel. The Reapers are just a myth, one you insist on perpetuating.
We believe that you believe it, but that doesn't make it true.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
The Geth are capable of remarkable technological achievements. This is probably why Saren recruited them.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated by Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. So here's the deal, guys. Shepard's going deep. She needs Cerberus to trust her. She needs the elusive man to think she is on his side. And this means saying things she would never say. But hang on.
The elusive man warned me. He said you're all too stupid and scared to see the truth.
We are in a difficult position, Shepard. You are working for Cerberus, an avowed enemy of the Council. This is treason, a capital offense.
That's too far. Shepard is a hero. I'm on this council too, and I won't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise. Not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
What does that mean? Will I need to start filing reports?
That won't be necessary. This is a show of good faith on our part.
We cannot become involved in an investigation regarding the missing colonies in the Terminus systems, but Spectre reinstatement shows our support of you personally.
I accept your offer.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Well, that went better than expected. You realize the Council's offer is just symbolic. They won't actually do anything.
I like his outfit. All right, real quick. I got to redeem something, and I got to talk about that real quick. So, I do think that the Council is being stubborn, absolutely. But I still hold true that a lot of people give them more flack than they should. Let's take a look here, right? The only people who ever saw Vigil on Ilos was Shepard and the 2 crewmates that she took with her. So 3 people. 3 people saw Vigil on Ilos. All right? And again, using my same analogy, if I went to Congress and went before them with me and 2 friends and said, robot unicorns are coming to kill us all. Look, this machine told us it was going to happen. That's believable evidence that you should maybe look into, but also it's not enough evidence to tip the scale for what you're trying to convince them of. You're trying to convince them of something that no one has ever heard of or even think is fathomable. That a machine race more than 50,000 years old, millions of years old, comes every 50,000 years and wipes everyone out. You need more than just 3 witness testimonies that some Prothean machine told you that. And you can't even go talk to it yourself. So it's gone. And that seems remarkably convenient. Oh, the machine you talked to doesn't work anymore. How about that, right? And looking at Sovereign and thinking it's a Geth ship, actually I'm 100% behind that. Like, how would they know it's a Reaper ship? We haven't seen Geth in 300 years. We don't know what their technology's like or what their ships look like. And why would we not think that it's just a very highly advanced Geth ship? Look how far human technology advanced in the past 20 years by finding one Prothean beacon. What if there's a dozen of them in Geth space? Odd, but still far more believable than Reapers are coming. You see what I mean? Like, I understand that it's a hard thing to believe. Now, I will say, I think the council is being a bit dicks about it. Look, one of your best agents says this is happening. At least look into it. But I mean, they did look into it, and then they dismissed it, right? They spent 2 years looking into it, and Anderson pushed them, and the conclusion they came to was it wasn't true. And while I think that's unfortunate, I don't think it's unbelievable that they came to that conclusion. They're just being dicks about it. Give me a second here. We have a book of 3,000, a question for the book of 3,000 questions from a first-time chatter, Respawn. Hi, Respawn. Yeah, no, it is a little weird they go backwards because, so here's my thinking on it, right? My thinking on it is, this just happened, we're going through it, okay, Shepard says it's true, look at this attack, look how massive that ship was, wow, the Reapers must be a thing. And then 2 years of research show, okay, well, we have no reason to believe it wasn't a Geth ship, actually, and Ilos, the VI on Ilos is gone, so maybe it wasn't Reapers, right? I mean, it sucks, but it could happen. Let's see here. Question number 12. Question number 12. So, like I said, I think a different council, like different people might have handled it differently, right? There might have been people that you talked to that could have realistically said, okay, you know what, we trust you, let's look into this. But I don't think it's unbelievable that you get this much pushback when you're trying to convince them of something so insanely out there. Alright, question 12. Which words or phrases do you most overuse? Well, we've learned recently that I use so a lot. I also say fella, and I also tend to say people's names. This actually tends to be very noticed by the people. I have a habit of using people's names when I'm talking to them, when I want to emphasize things, or just when I want to address them. Like, I just use names a lot. That said, I need to take a potty break. So I think we're going to go on a brief intermission as I go take a potty break and refill my drink, and I'll be back. So we'll be right back, everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome back. Sorry about that, I had to make food. I was hungry. Holy cow, Respawn, what did I miss? Wow, Respawn, thank you for the gifting the subscriptions to people. That's really sweet of you. Wow, thank you. So, guys, here's the deal. I need to eat, so we're gonna watch the, we're gonna finish this conversation, then we're gonna watch the, codex while I eat. Thank you, Respawn. I appreciate it. I saved the council. I didn't sacrifice them. Yeah, I did like an 8-hour stream and finished Mass Effect last week. And to answer, Makashi, we have no idea how advanced the Geth are or aren't. Remember, when Geth die, they wipe their memory cores and a lot of their tech. I mean, Tali had a heck of a time getting any sort of tech from dead Geth. Also, they've been gone for 300 years. We don't know how advanced they are. And yes, Sovereign might be far more advanced than the Geth, but can we tell? Like, you can sit there and say, well, it should be obvious that Sovereign's far more advanced, but is it obvious? How do you know? If I give you a computer from the 1980s and a computer from the 2020s, and I give them both to someone from the 18th century, are they going to be able to tell which one's more advanced? You see what I'm saying? Like, we can say, oh, we should be able to tell, but can we really? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Right? And even if we can tell that Sovereign's a lot more advanced than the Geth ships around it, what is more likely? That the Geth had a prototype, more advanced, big vessel, or that there's a sentient race of machines that survived millions of years and hunt us down every 50,000 years? Like, again, I always go back to how unbelievable that story would be to the average person. All right. Anyway. Let's finish this conversation with Anderson, and then we're going to look at the codex, and I'm going to eat.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back. Shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep to the Terminus systems.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard. What are you doing here?
Not used to seeing ghosts, Udina?
I'd heard you were alive, of course, but I didn't expect to see you back on the Citadel.
I invited Shepard here to speak with the Council. We just finished our meeting.
You what? Consular, do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
I'm here because the fate of humanity is at stake. That's what you should care about.
All you soldiers think alike. You charge headfirst into a problem with no regard for the long-term consequences.
I make the decisions around here, Udina. Your job is to clean up the mess I leave behind. Understand?
Of course, Counselor. Given the potential size of this one, I'd better get started. I'll be in my office.
Sorry about that. Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the Council position instead of him. Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
What do you keep him around for?
He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
How've the last couple years treated you?
Serving on the Council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
Forget Udina and the Council. Join my crew and help me stop the Collectors.
I'm too old to go racing across the galaxy. Much as I complain, I've got an important job to do here. The front line. That's got to be yours.
Fine, she tried.
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years. The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the Keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
What happened to Staff Lieutenant Alenko after the Normandy was destroyed?
Staff Commander Alenko is still with the Alliance. But he's working on a special mission. It's classified. I can't say any more. Not while you're working with Cerberus, I'm sorry.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
Yeah, she knows that, but she's not going to say it. Oh, hello. Hi. Are you Anderson's neighbor? I'm Jaden Shepard. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hey. Hi. Don't ignore me. Alright. Let's read codexes while I eat lunch, eh? Let's do primary codex. We'll eventually get through all the secondary stuff, but primary first. And we're just gonna go down the list.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors. The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna up the volume for voices. Seems a little... Or let's do this. Let's turn music down to about 80. Let's turn sound effects down to about 80. Or 75. And then we'll keep voices at 100. It does seem a bit odd. And then I'm gonna turn this up to about 50. There we go. Back to what we were doing.
Were the roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations. 50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kajay, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
All right, hang on. I'm just going to turn down the sound effects for the moment because I still feel like that's a little overpowering. I'm just gonna... What? How can I still hear things then? What? What is going on? All right, tell you what, we're gonna leave this part of the Citadel then, because I feel like this is overpowering the words. Hang on, let me get Dorito dust off my fingertips. What? Say what? What do you mean? Yeah, no, my volume wasn't going down even when I turned it down. It's weird. Don't judge me. Alright, let's, you know what? Let's just go back to the Normandy for now. I didn't want to leave, I just wanted to go to the Normandy. We're gonna head right back when we're done. But that's fine. At least I can go somewhere more quiet where there's not loudspeakers going off.
No messages for you, Commander.
Let's go to my cabin. Yeah, we can even get some music going here. There we go. Much better.
In
Yeah?
the early 2160s,
I think so.
living beyond the Omega-4 mass relay and the terminus systems, the mysterious collectors species is glimpsed so rarely as to be taken for a myth by most in galactic society. In reality, collectors are human-sized insectoid bipeds and can resemble massive winged beetles. They are a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Collectors generate permanent stasis fields around themselves, creating nightmarish red-shifted energy fields. In battle, they hold position whenever possible, relying on their aggressive biotics and nearly limitless power. Several types of bipedal collectors have been identified, including minions, defenders, zealots, assassins, and artillery operators. Acting together, collectors have imprisoned entire cities in stasis. While no definite forensic accounting exists to explain the fate of those imprisoned, leading speculation is that victims are harvested for scientific experimentation and neurobiological repurposing.
Real quick, I will redeem the Alita time, but I can't do that while I'm eating. Because I don't want her to associate my eating with her treats. That's a bad idea. So I'm going to keep this up there, Respawn, and once I'm done eating, we'll redeem it, alright?
The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys. The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the terminus systems. The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have 2 names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal It. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language. The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today, the Krogan are a slowly dying breed.
That it? You're not gonna finish that? Alright, fine, I'll do it. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially Turians. Thank you, game. I got you.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts. A myth common to several cultures in the galaxy, Reapers were imagined to be space monsters who consumed entire stars. Archaeologists and mythologists attempting to uncover sources for such myths have yielded little, except interstellar religious themes of all-consuming devils common to primitive cultures. The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council Chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the Wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Alita? Alita? Come here, it's Alita time. It's Alita time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's Alita time. You know what? Let's give you a bigger treat, huh? Let's give you a bigger treat. Let's see, y'all. Give you one of these. Oh, so excited. You're so excited. Hang on. Hang on. Let me take a picture of this for you guys. She's so excited. Hang on. Yeah, I'll post this in Discord. Oh gosh, that one's all blurry. I'll post this in the Discord. Where's my thing? Yeah, I'll post this in general in Solar Door. So if you guys are part of my Discord, just go check it out in general. You'll see Alita waiting for her treat. If you're not part of my Discord, you can become so. Right there in chat. But yeah, that's where we keep my stream schedules and all that good stuff. Also, you have supplemental messages between Shepard and her mom that help flesh out both characters, and it's good stuff. So there you go, Respawn. That's Alita's Alita time. I am pretty much done with lunch, but we are going to finish this. I kind of want to just go through, like, now that we're going through it, guys, I hope you don't mind. I kind of want to just go through the whole codex. It might take us like an hour to do it, but we could do it and get it out of the way and then just do new ones as they come up.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
Whoops, I guess it restarts.
And answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
You know what we're gonna do? The Humanity Systems Alliance organizations, planets, and locations, let's save those because I have dinner in like 5 hours that I gotta eat. So like we'll have all of those, Rise of the Alliance. I gotta stop looking at those, but yeah, so all of this stuff we'll do with dinner. What I'm gonna do now is go to secondary, and we're gonna start going through secondary. I'm gonna read these myself, so strap in, everyone, because this is important and good stuff to know. Asari biology. Asari have a robust cellular regenerative system. While they do not heal faster than other species, Asari are known to reach 1,000 years of age. Although Asari have one gender, they are not asexual. An Asari provides 2 copies of her own genes to her offspring. The second set is altered in a unique process called melding. During melding, an Asari consciously attunes her nervous system to her partner, sending and receiving electrical impulses directly through the skin. The partner can be another Asari or an alien of either gender. Effectively, an Asari and her partner briefly become one unified nervous system. This unique means of reproduction is the reason Asari are talented biotics. Their evolved ability to consciously control nerve impulses is very similar to biotic training. Asari believe that their offspring acquire the best qualities from their father from the melded genes, but evidence is anecdotal. Asari pass through 3 climactic... Climaceteric stages? Sure. Marked by biochemical and psychological changes. The maiden stage begins at birth and is marked by the drive to explore and experience. Most young Asari are curious and restless. The matron stage of life begins around the age 350, though can be triggered earlier through an individual if an individual melds frequently. This period is marked by a desire to settle in one area and raise children. The matriarch stage begins around 700, or earlier if the individual melds rarely. Matriarchs become active in their community as sages and counselors, dispensing wisdom from centuries of experience. While each stage of life is marked by strong biological tendencies, individuals do make unexpected life choices. For example, there are maidens who stay close to home rather than explore, matrons who would rather work than build a family, and matriarchs who have no interest in community affairs. Which makes sense. Asari culture. Because of their long lifespan, Asari tend to have a long view, not common in other races. When they encounter a new species or situation, the Asari are more comfortable with an extended period of passive observation and study than immediate action. They are unfazed that some of their investments or decisions may not pay off for decades or centuries. Matriarchs can seem to make incomprehensible decisions, but their insight is evident when their carefully laid plans come to fruition. In interstellar relations, the long view manifests in an unspoken policy of centrism. The Asari instinctively seek to maintain stable balances of economic, political, and military power. By the way, Elora, my illustrious roommate, if you need to close my door, you are more than welcome to. I know I am a fairly loud individual. Take care, Mamaki. Thanks for coming and stopping by the stream. See you later. Bye-bye. Traditionally, Asari spread their influence through cultural domination and intellectual superiority. They invite new species of advanced development to join the galactic community, knowing that their ideals and beliefs will inevitably influence the existing culture. Man, look how much we have, guys. Like, there's so much here. This is gonna take us like an hour of me just reading to get through. But I'm here for it. The Asari came late to the concept of world government. For centuries, their homeworld of Thessia was dotted with loose confederations of great republican cities. The closest earthly equivalent would be the ancient Mediterranean city-states. Yeah, I was thinking, sounds like Greece. Since the Asari culture values consensus and accommodation, there was little impetus to form larger principalities. Rather than hoard resources, the Asari bartered freely. Rather than attack one another over differing philosophies, they sought to understand one another. Only in the information age did the city-states grow close. Communication over internet evolved into an electronic democracy. Asari have no politicians or elections, but a freewheeling, all-inclusive legislature that citizens can participate in at will. Wow! Policy debates take place at all hours of the day in official chat rooms and forums moderated by specially programmed virtual intelligence. All aspects of policy are open and... open to plebiscite at any time. In any given debate, plebiscite, I'm assuming pleb means the common person, so plebiscite means it's open to be viewed and remarked upon by common people at any time. In any given debate, Asari tend to lend the most credence to the opinions of any matriarch present, nearly always deferring to the experience of the millennia-old wise women. Achieving consensus through public debate may take too long in a crisis. In cases where prompt, decisive action is required, the Asari Defender of Wisdom defer to the wisdom of local matriarchs, which makes sense.